Yum, the ward of Cocoa.
Why? Who are you who ask this question?
Come, gather round me, and I'll tell you. Wandering minstrel, I have English and patches of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby. My catalogue is long to every passion ranging, and to your humours changing. I tune my song, I tune my song. I always sentimental, I'll sigh with you. Oh, sorrow, on maiden's coldness do you, I'll do so too. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. I charm your willing ears with songs of lovers' fears, sympathetic tales, my cheeks beat you. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. But to catch the optic sentiment is one dead. I've patriotic ballads cut and dry. For wherever country's banner may be planted, all other local banners are defied. For warriors and staring rocks are ceremonied, never quail or they conceal it if they do. And their children be supplied of nation tremble before the mighty troop, the troops of Tick-Tick. Be surprised the nation tremble, tremble till the dawn, before the mighty troops, the troops of Tick-Tick. And if you call for a song of the sea, we'll hear them cast their out. They go beep boo, for the wind is big, far down to the three by a hounds early, hurrah for the homeward bound. Yo ho, heave-ho, hurrah for the homeward bound. To a lay aloft in a howling breeze may tickle a lad's hand's taste, but the heartless storer sailor sees is when he's gone to him on top with his Nazi on his knee. Yo ho, and his arm around her waist. And the cast and off we go, and the fiddler swings us round. With a yo-weave-ho and a round-me-long, hurrah for the homeward bound. And a yo-weave-ho and a round-me-long. Yo-ho, heave-ho, yo-ho, 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 heave-ho, heave-ho. Oh, wandering minstrel, I have English heads and patches of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby, and dreamy lullaby. A year ago, I was a member of the Tittipoo Town Band. It was my duty to take the cap round for contributions. While doing this, I saw Yum Yum. We loved each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian Coco, a cheap tailor. Overwhelmed with despair, I left the town. Imagine my delight when I heard a month ago that Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I hurried back at once, and though finding Yum Yum at liberty to listen to my protestations.
It is true that Coco was condemned to death for flirting, but he was pardoned at the last moment and raised to the exalted rank of Lord High Executioner under the following circumstances. Mikado, but just when he to rule all and began, resolved to triumph and
white as I can be, and always white as I can be, white as white can be.
Coco, the cheap tailor, Lord High Executioner of Titipu? Why, that's the highest rank a citizen can attain.
Yes, and when all the great officers of state resigned at once, so they were too proud to serve under an ex-tailor, I immediately accepted all their posts myself.
And the salaries attached to them.
It is my duty to serve as First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chief Justice, Commander-in-Chief, Lord Admiral, Master of the Backgrounds, Groom of the Backstairs, Archbishop of Titipu, and the Lord Mayor all rolled into one. And at a salary. A salaried minion. But I do it. It revolts me, but I do it.
And it does you credit.
But I don't stop at that. I go and dine with middle-class people on reasonable terms. I dance at cheap suburban parties for a moderate fee. I also accept refreshments at any hands, however lowly. I sell state secrets at a very low price. For instance, any further information about Yum Yum would come under the heading of state secrets. Another insult, but a light one, I think. You must forget about Yum Yum. This very day she comes home from school, and this afternoon she goes and marries Coco. Take my advice and leave this place at once.
And I have journeyed this far, only to learn that Young Young, whom I love so dearly, is to be married to Coco.
Here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am touched by this reception. I can only trust that by strict attention to duty I shall continue to deserve your favour. If ever I should be called upon to act professionally, I'm sure there will be no difficulty in finding plenty of people whose loss will be a distinct gain to society. As some days may happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society of people who might well be underground and never would be missed. They never would be missed. There's the idiot poo-pooing with enthusiastic tone, all football teams but his and every country but his own. The man who sits beside you on the plane and wants to talk, whose jabbering inspires you to jab him with your fork. Your auntie with the moustache who insists on being kissed. Let none of them be missed. Let none of them be missed.
He's got him on the list, he's got him on the list, and let none of them be missed, let none of them be missed.
There's the purist who insists piano music stops are brand. I put them on the list and make them sit through list. On weekends some silly children play for hours on Fortnite. I wish they would desist and their dance please resist. That music theatre sequel that they promised would be good. Love never dies they say, but I confess I wish it would. 'Cause climate change denies and Twitterists are also on the list. And people who inflict on us false cycles of the ring. I'd rather ride a Valkyrie than hear them sing. Men at football matches drinking beers and getting really drunk. Mate! Directors will give links, they try to read it off this list. Or was the next Prime Minister, whichever it may be? Lion or madman? Islamophobic, casual racist or anti-Semite? Brexiteer or Maynard? I'll tell you off the election. Whoever it is. I've got them on the list. It seems that the festivities of my approaching marriage must last a week. I should like to do it handsomely, and I want to consult you as to the amount I ought to spend on it.
Certainly, in which of my capacities? As First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Attorney General, Chancellor of the Exchequer, or Private Secretary?
The match shall have my careful consideration. But my bride and her sisters approach.
Wondering what the
odd, doesn't it? It's rather peculiar.
I expect it's all right. There must be a beginning, you know.
Oh, but you saying you would say that?
Well, I've no objection, if it's usual.
Oh, it's quite usual, I think. Abel Chamberlain.
I have known it done.
And what's a beginning?
Thank goodness that's over.
Oh, I'm so
I beg your pardon. Will you present me?
Oh, this is the gentleman.
One at a time, if you please.
How terribly rude he is.
If you please, this is the gentleman who used to play so beautifully on the Marine Parade. Ha ha, very funny.
What's a peculiar name for an instrument?
I don't get it.
Sir, I had the misfortune to love your ward, Yum Yum. Oh, I know I deserve your anger.
Anger? Not a bit, my boy. Why, I love her myself. Charming little girl, isn't she? Pretty eyes, nice hair, delightful little thing altogether. Glad to have my opinion backed by a competent authority. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take it away.
What is this? A customer come for a fitting?
That is a tremendous noble.
It's alive! Go away, little girls. Can't talk to little girls like you.
Go away. Allow me to present you, Plubar. These are my three wards. The one in the middle is my bride-to-be.
How do you do, little girls? How do you do? There's a good thing.
Yum Yum, at last we are alone. I've sought you night and day in the belief that your guardian was beheaded. And I hear that you are going to marry him this afternoon.
Last, yes.
But you do not love him.
Last, no.
But why do you not refuse him?
What good would that do? He's my guardian. He wouldn't let me marry you.
But I would wait until you are of age.
You forget. In Japan, girls do not come of age until they are 50.
True. From 17 to 49 is a considerable time.
Besides, a wandering minstrel who plays outside tea houses is hardly a fit husband for the ward of a Lord High Executioner.
But what if it should prove that I am no other than the son of His Majesty, the Mikado?
The son of the Mikado? But why is your Highness disguised? And what has your Highness done? And will your Highness promise never to do it again?
Some years ago, I had the misfortune to really be loved by Katisha, an elderly lady of my father's court. She claimed me in marriage under my father's law, and my father ordered me to marry her within a week. That night, I ran away, and assuming the disguise of a second trombone, I joined the band in which you found me when we first met.
If you please, I think your Highness had better not come too near. The laws against flirting are very strict.
But we are quite alone. Nobody can see us.
Oh, this will never do!
There she goes. To think how entirely my future happiness is wrapped up in that parcel.
I have a letter from His Majesty, the Mikado.
A letter from the Mikado? What in the world can the Mikado have to say to me? The Mikado is struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in Titipu for a year, and unless somebody is executed within a month, the post of the Lord High Executioner will be abolished, and the city reduced to the rank of a village.
Or it would be ruined.
Yes, I'll have to execute somebody at once. The question is, who shall it be?
Well, it seems unkind to say so. But as you're already under a sentence of death for flirting, everything seems to point to you.
To me? What are you talking about? I can't execute myself.
Why not?
Why not? Because in the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, not to mention dangerous thing to protect. And in the second place, it's suicide, and suicide is a capital offence.
That is so, no doubt.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
Well, a man might try.
Even if you only succeed in cutting it half off, that would be something.
Pardon me, but no. As Lord High Executioner, my reputation is at stake, and I can't consent to a professional operation unless I'm sure it will succeed.
This professional attitude is fine for you, but it leaves us in a very awkward position.
My good sir, the awkwardness of your position is grace itself compared with that of a man engaged in the act of cutting off his own head.
I'm afraid that, unless you could obtain a substitute.
A substitute? Oh, certainly. Nothing easier. Pooh-Bah, I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I should be delighted. Such an appointment would realise my fondest dreams. But no, I don't much care for that.
Not I.
Nor I.
I am so proud if I'm allowed my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to quit this spin instead of you in a minute
teams with endless schemes both good and new. For titty-poo, what if I flit the benefits that I diffuse, the town would lose. Now every man to wait his grand should plot and plan as best he can. I heard one day a gentleman say the criminals who walk on tiptoe can hardly feel the fatal skill, and so I stayed without much pain. If this is true, it's jolly for you. You can't choose a bit or so do. I don't much care. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark, dark, and listen to music with a lifelong love, awaiting the sensation of a shot, shot, shot. Pretty, on a big black ball. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark, dark, and listen to music with a lifelong love, awaiting the sensation of a shot, shot, shot. Pretty, on a big black ball. Dull, dark, dark, a lifelong love, a shot, 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 a big black ball. To sit in solemn silence in a listen to music with a lifelong love, awaiting the sensation of a shot, shot, shot.
Terrible. I, who allowed myself to be respited at the last moment, simply in order to benefit my native town, am now required to die within a month, and that by a man whom I have voted with honours. Is this public gratitude? Is this... Go away, sir! How dare you? Am I never to be permitted to soliloquize?
Oh, go on, don't mind me.
What are you doing with that lightsaber?
I'm about to end an uncurable existence.
Oh, nonsense. What for?
Because you are going to marry the girl I adore.
Oh, nonsense, sir. If you attempt anything of the kind, I shall summon my guard.
If you summon your god, I shall instantly kill myself with this lightsaber.
No, don't do that. This is horrible. Why, you cold-blooded scoundrel, are you aware that in taking your life, you're committing a crime which is... Oh! Substitute!
What's the matter?
Is it absolutely certain that you have decided to die?
Absolutely
Will nothing shake your resolution?
nothing.
Threats, entreaties, prayers, all useless?
All my mind is made up.
Then, if you really mean what you say, and if absolutely nothing will shake your resolution, if nothing will shake your determination, don't spoil yourself by committing suicide, but be beheaded handsomely at the hands of the Lord High Executioner.
I don't see how that would help.
You don't? Observe. You'll have a month to live, and you'll live like a celebrity at my expense. When the day comes, there'll be a grand public ceremony. You'll be the central figure. No one will attempt to deprive you of that. There'll be a procession, bands, bells tolling, all the girls in tears, the young distracted. Then, when it's all over, there'll be general rejoicing and a display of fireworks in the evening.
Do you really think Yum would be distracted at my death?
I am convinced of it.
I should be sorry to cause her pain.
Noble fellow.
I'll tell you how I'll manage it. Let me marry Yum tomorrow, and in a month you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Yum.
Well, if you can draw the line, so can I.
Stop! Listen one moment. Be reasonable. How can I consent to your marrying Yum if I'm going to marry her myself?
My good friend, she'll be a widow in a month, and you can marry her then.
That's true, of course. I quite see that. But my position over the next month will be most unpleasant. Most unpleasant.
Not half so unpleasant as my position at the end of it.
With aspects stern and gloomy strong, we come to learn how you decide. Don't hesitate, your choice to make. A dreadful fate, you'll suffer all the same. A dreadful fate, you'll suffer all the same.
Do what you want me to do if I try. Congratulate me, everyone, I found a volunteer.
The
The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory does not deny his majesty, he scorns to tell a story. He doth exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly indulgent, but fierce and bold in fiery God, he glories all effulgent. I mean to roll the earth as in the sky. We really know the sun and I mean to roll the earth as in the sky. We really know the sun and I.
Everything seems to smile upon me. I'm to be married to the man I love best, and I believe I am the very happiest girl in Japan.
The happiest girl indeed. But, dear, the fact that your husband is to be beheaded in a month is, in its way, a drawback. It does seem to take the top of it, you know.
Oh, I don't know about that. It all depends.
At least he will find it a drawback.
Not necessarily, it all depends.
I think it is very indelicate of you to refer to such a subject on such a day. If my married happiness is to be
Cut short.
in a month, can't you let me forget about it?
You're in tears? And on a wedding morn?
She's been reminding me that in a month you're to be beheaded. She's been reminding us that in a month you're to be beheaded.
It's quite true, you know. You are to be beheaded.
A month? Well, what's a month? But these divisions of time are purely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours makes a day?
Everyone?
Well, we'll make our own rules. We'll call each second a minute, each minute an hour, and each hour a day. At that rate, we've about 30 years of married happiness.
And at that rate, this conversation has already lasted 4 hours and 3/4.
Yes. How time flies when one is thoroughly enjoying oneself.
That's the way to look at it. Don't be downhearted.
Go on, don't mind me.
I'm afraid of upsetting you.
After all, it's only for a month.
No, it's no use fooling oneself with false hopes.
What do you mean?
My child, my poor child, my little bride that was to have been. I've just discovered that, by Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive?
It's the most unpleasant death.
Well, I suppose my dream of happiness is at an end.
Darling, I don't want to appear selfish. I love you with all my heart. When I agreed to marry you, my own, I had no idea, pet, that I should have to be buried alive in a month! It makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does make a difference, of course.
You see, buried alive is such a stuffy death. You see my difficulty, don't you?
Yes, and I see my own. If I insist on your carrying out your promise, I doom you to a hideous death. If I release you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's a howdy-do, if I marry you. When your time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a howdy-do, here's a howdy-do. Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding, let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion, fairy and his brains. Here's the state of things, here's the state of things.
With a passion that's intense.
private wedding, you shall come to mine.
It's awfully kind of you, but that's impossible.
Why so?
Today, I die.
What do you mean?
I can't live without Yum Yum. This afternoon, I die.
No, pardon me, I can't allow that.
Why not?
Why, hang it all! You're supposed to die by the hand of the Lord High Executioner. If you kill yourself, I shall have to be executed in your place.
It certainly seems so.
Now then, Lord Mayor, what is it?
The Mikado and his party are approaching the city and will be here in 10 minutes!
The Mikado! He's coming to see whether his orders have been carried out. Now look here, you know. This is getting serious. A bargain is a bargain.
Very well then, behead me.
What? Now?
Certainly, at once.
Chop it off, chop it off!
My good sir, I don't go around prepared to behead a gentleman at a moment's notice.
Still, as Lord High Executioner.
My good sir, as Lord High Executioner, I've got to behead him in a month. I'm not ready yet. I don't know how it's done. I'm going to take lessons. I mean to begin with the guinea pig and work my way through the animal kingdom until I come to a second trombone. I can't kill you. I can't kill anything. I can't kill anybody.
Come, my poor fellow, if I don't mind, why should you? Remember, sooner or later, it must be done.
Must it? I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Why should I kill you when making a certificate that you've been executed will do just as well? There are plenty of witnesses. Lord Chief Justice, Lord High Admiral, Commander-in-Chief, Secretary of State for the Home Department, First Lord of the Treasury, and Chief Commissioner of Police.
Where are they?
They're there, and they're all sweating. Won't you?
Will the insult be cash now or at a later date?
It should be cash now.
Very good. Draw it and I'll sign it. Sign it and I'll draw it up.
But I tell you that life without Yum Yum.
Oh, yum, 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 yum. Bother Yum Yum. Commissioner, go and fetch Yum Yum. Take Yum Yum and marry Yum Yum. Only go away and never come back again. Here she is. Yum Yum, are you very busy?
Not very.
5 minutes is there.
Yes?
Then go along with His Grace the Archbishop of Titty. He'll marry you at once.
But if I'm to be buried
Now
alive!
don't ask any questions, but do as I tell you, and Nanki will explain all. Here comes the Mikado, and if he finds you alive, I shall have great trouble persuading him that I beheaded you. to welcome your majesty. Your wishes have been attended to. The execution has taken place.
Oh, you've had an execution, have you?
Yes, the coroner has just handed me his certificate.
I am the coroner.
At Titipu, in the presence of the Lord Chancellor, Lord Chief Justice, Attorney General, Secretary of State for the Home Department, groom for the second floor front.
They were all present, Your Majesty. I counted them all myself.
Very good orders. I wish I'd been in time for the performance.
A tough fellow he was too. A man of gigantic strength. His struggles were terrific. It was really a remarkable scene.
Describe it.
The criminal cried as he dropped him down in a state of alarm. With a frightful, frantic, fearful frown, I never did right on. I seized him by his little big stem and on his knees fell he. As he squirmed and struggled and gurgled and coughed, I knew my slave was he. My slave was he. Oh, never shall I forget the cry or the shriek that shrieked he. As I gnashed my teeth, but from its sheath I drew my slave was and choked as he gave the sign that he did deserve. When all of a sudden his eye met mine, and it seemed to raise his love. When he nodded his head and kissed his hand, and whistled on it between. For the saber true cut cleanly through, he saw the water gleam. His when a man's afraid, how beautiful made, is a chilling sight to see. When it's all one night, that's warm and sad, was soon by the side of me. I tell you not to send me through these lighter breeze, and takes exact for faultless facts, amounts to a disease. Now all you have said that it was it, for its owner dead was it. For it stood on its head with spun velvet, about it died to me. It was not of your impudent offenders, but as humble as could be. For it's clearly made by deference to no man or pedigree. And it saw my mouth with deathly mouth was a touching sight to see. Though drownless yet, I couldn't forget the deference due to me. His rosy youth, his face was true when he finds his face. And in this place, it all took place exactly as he said, exactly as he said.
All this is very interesting, and I should have liked to have been there. But we've come about a totally different matter. A year ago, my son, the heir to the throne of Japan, disappeared from our imperial court.
Indeed. Had he any reason to be unhappy with his position?
None whatever. I was going to marry him, yet he fled.
I'm surprised he should have fled from one so lovely.
That's not true.
No.
You say that I'm not beautiful because my face is plain. Well, learn then that beauty is not to be found in the face alone. My face is unattractive.
It is.
And I have a left shoulder blade that is a miracle of loveliness. And my right elbow has a fascination that few can resist.
May I?
is on view on Tuesdays and Fridays on presentation of visiting cards.
Get reflect.
And there's no hiding in this town disguised as a second trombone.
A second trombone?
Yes. Would it be troubling you too much if I asked you to produce him? He goes by the name of
Nanky Poo.
Nanky Poo.
It's quite teasing. That is, it's rather difficult. In point of fact, he's gone abroad.
Gone abroad. His address.
Cadogan Square.
What's the matter?
See here? His name, Nanky Poo, beheaded this morning. Oh, where shall I find another?
Dear, dear, dear. My poor fellow, in your eagerness to carry out my wishes, you've slain the heir to the throne of Japan.
I beg to offer an apology.
We really hadn't the least notion.
Of course. Of course you haven't. How could you? How could you tell? Come, come, my poor fellow. Don't carry on so. If a man of exalted rank chooses to disguise himself as a second trombone, he must take the consequences. And I'm thoroughly sure he deserved all he got.
We are much obliged, Your Majesty.
Much obliged, Your Majesty. Very much obliged, Your Majesty.
Obliged? Not a bit. Don't mention it. How could you tell?
Of course, we couldn't have told you the gentleman really was. I mean, it wasn't written on his forehead or anything.
Might have been written on his pocket handkerchief, but Japanese don't use pocket handkerchiefs.
I do forget the punishment for causing death to the heir of the throne.
Punishment?
Yes. Something lingering with boiling oil in it, I fancy. Something of that sort. I think boiling oil occurs in it, but I'm not quite sure. I know it's something humorous, but lingering, with either boiling oil or melted lead. Come, come, my dear fellow. I'm not the least angry.
If Your Majesty would accept our assurance, we have no idea.
I knew nothing about it. I wasn't there.
That's a sad part. Unfortunately, the foolish law says, causing the death of the heir to the throne. There's not a word about a mistake.
No.
Or not knowing.
No?
Or having no notion.
No.
Or not being there.
No.
There should be, of course.
Yes.
But there isn't. Now, let's see about your execution. Will after lunch suit you? Can you wait until then?
Oh, yes, we can wait till then.
Then let's make it after lunch.
I don't want any lunch.
That's really sorry for you all, but it's an unjust world, and virtue is only triumphant in theatrical performances.
Well, there's only one thing to be done. Nankiku hasn't left yet. He shall have to come to life again at once. Here, Nankiku, I've good news for you. Your pardon.
Oh, but it's too late. I'm a dead man,
And I'm off for my honeymoon. Nonsense. A terrible thing has just happened. It seems you're the son of Mikado.
Yes. That happened some time ago.
Your father is here, and with Katisha.
My father? With Katisha?
Yes, he wants you very much.
And so does she. Oh, but he's married now.
But what has that to do with it?
Katisha claims me in marriage, but I can't marry her, because I'm married already. She'll insist on my execution. And if I'm executed, my wife will be buried alive. You see our difficulty?
Yes. I don't know what's to be done.
There's one chance for you. If you could persuade Katisha to marry you, she should have no further claim on me. And in that case, I could come to life without any fear of being put to death.
I? Marry Katisha?
I really think it's our only hope.
But my good girl, have you seen her? She's something horrible.
Ah, but I've heard she has a left elbow that people travel miles to see. And her right heel is much admired.
My good sir, I will not pin my house upon any lady's right heel.
It comes to this. When Katisha is single, I prefer to be a dead man. When Katisha is married, life will be as welcome as the flowers that bloom in spring.
Katisha!
The creature who robbed me of my love. But vengeance is coming. They are heating the oil.
Katisha, you see a beggar at your feet. Katisha, mercy!
Mercy! Had you mercy on him? You've killed my love. He didn't love me, but he would have loved me in time. I'm an acquired taste. Only the educated palate can appreciate me. I was educating his palate when he left me. Well, he's dead now. And where shall I find another? It takes years to train a man to love me, and now I should go through the whole thing again, and at the same time beg mercy for you who robbed me of my prey. People. Oh, where shall I find another?
Here! Katisha, for years I've loved you with white-hot passion. If there is any mercy in your heart, turn not away. Katisha, I dare not hope you love, but I will not live without it.
You, whose hands still reek with the blood of my beloved, dare to address words of passion to the woman you so foully wronged?
I do. Accept my love or I die on the spot.
Nonsense. Who knows so well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart?
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by a river, a little tomtit sang willow, willow, willow. And I said to him, Dicky, why do you sit singing willow, willow, willow? Is it weakness of intellect, buddy, I cried, or rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head he replied, oh, willow, willow, willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, willow, willow. And cold perspiration bespangled his brow, oh, willow, willow, willow. He sobbed and he sighed and a gurgle he gave, and he plunged himself into the billowy wave. And an echo arose from the suicide grave. Oh, willow, willow, willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name is a willow, willow, willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, willow, willow. Now if you remain careless and obstinate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die, oh, willow, willow, willow.
Did he really die of love?
He really did.
All on account of a cruel little hen?
Yes.
You must have been very fond of her.
His love was extraordinary.
And if I refuse you, you'll go do the same.
At once.
You mustn't. You won't hate me because I'm a little bit bloodthirsty.
Hate you? Oh, Katisha, is there not beauty even in bloodthirstiness?
My thought exactly.
Now, we've had a fine lunch and we're quite ready. Have all the painful preparations been made?
Your Majesty ordered prepared.
Then bring in the criminals.
Mercy, mercy for Coco, mercy for Pity Sting, mercy even for Pooh Bar.
I beg your pardon. I didn't quite catch that remark.
Mercy even for Pooh-Bah. Oh, my husband at work still fit is dead, and now I'm just backing this miserable object.
Well, you've not been long about it.
We were married before the registrar.
I am the registrar.
I see, but my problem is, you've slain the heir to the throne of Japan.
The heir is not slain,
Bless my heart, my son.
and I am your daughter-in-law.
Traitor, you've deceived me.
I think you are entitled to a little explanation, and I think you will give it better whole than in pieces.
Your Majesty, it's like this. It's true that I said I'd killed Nankipu.
In great detail.
Well, it's like this. When Your Majesty says, let a thing be done, that thing is as good as done. Practically, it is done, because Your Majesty's will is law. Your Majesty says, kill a gentleman, and a gentleman is taken off to be killed. So, that gentleman is as good as dead. Practically, he is dead. And if he is dead, why not say so?
I see. Nothing could possibly be more satisfactory